Well, friends, let's get on to today's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Ooh, it was exciting today. Had a little tomfoolery in there, but it was all right with me. It was better than that. It was much better than that episode that aired on Wednesday. Whew, Lord, it was just like put a fork in it. It was done. It was done before I even hit the frying pan. Okay, some things just don't need to be shown. And Wednesday's episode was a great one that didn't need to be aired at all. Okay, let's get on into it. The summary that they give us for today, July 21st, that aired Thursday, 1:30 Eastern Standard Time, my time zone. Katie's surprised when Brooke becomes her hero in regards to Bill. Okay? Kind of shocked the shit out of me too. But anyway, Wyatt and Steffi decide to invite an important guest to speak at the Spencer's Summit. Since they're short one from what Wyatt says, they enlist Eric Forrester. Go figure. Okay. Quinn ain't gonna be too far behind, honey. She thinks she's leaving Quinn in LA, but Quinn gonna be somehow out there parading around trying to be with her man, okay, in Monte Carlo. 6,000 miles away per Stefan. Anyway, the first scene we get into, Stefan is taking promotional shots for the Spencer's Business Summit forum they're going to in Monte Carlo. Of course, I'm sure Stephanie has so many current photos of her. Why waste the time and energy with us viewing that? Okay, wasted scene. Moving on, we go to Deacon. Deacon is going over with Quinn. Why did she go to Forrester Creations as a Russian IT person? What motivated you to do that? Even though you should have known you were going to get caught anyway. And I was right there for a Deacon. But again, I need them to play, meaning the writers, Deacon's part up a little bit more. Right now, you're giving me salad teas. I need to have my full entree with his antics and Quinn. Right now, you just got me on a diet, and I'm tired of that. Okay, because I'm trying to like put Deacon out when I know Deacon got a lot to give, to the viewers. He's just that kind of a man. If he could survive getting pushed off a freaking cliff and come back with some animosity, he was kind of like it thrilled him. It was erotic for him in a sense. I know he crazy. So I'm like, come on, come on, come on. I need some of that passion back and that excitement. Because how y'all got Dylan rolling out here. Sad for sore eyes. Sight for sore eyes, people. Sight for sore eyes. But moving on. We go to Ridge. Ridge is talking to his dad about, the business and the comings and goings, about his personal relationship. He even tell his dad he looks good sitting behind that desk. Do that thing. I'm there for you, Pops. I'm there for you. But anyway, we go to Brooke. Brooks is over to visit Bill, and she sure ain't happy. I'm like, now let's see that's what I'm talking about, Brooke. Stand up for the right cause. You stood in the shit a long time, but you don't wipe yourself up and you're smelling fresh as a baby's bottom right now. I'm so proud of you when you went in there tearing in the bill. Like, what the hell happened? Okay. You fell deeper, 6 feet. You Stella's bury you 6 feet. You went 12 feet, Bill. Okay. But right now, I'm ready to close and put cement on your ass because what you're doing to my sister is not right. And you're finna stop it right here, right now, because it's going down. Down. Okay. All right. Anyway. She's asking Bill, what the hell is her nephew? Where and what and why did you take Will from his mother? What the hell do you got going on in your mind now? So she's giving him the ride at, and I'm there for it. I was like, what the popcorn and the chips and the dip and the soda. Because it's going to be a wild time here. It was over before I even wanted it to be over, y'all. It was just hot, hot, hot. Anyway, we moved from that situation. Got Deacon and Quinn are going over her plan of action into getting into Forest Gracious and what do she want to do when she thinks she's got Eric full sewn up. And I'm like, that's a piss poor scene because I'm tired of seeing it. It seems like that's what we're always going over when Deacon is brought in. Right, y'all need to do a better job. Give him something. Okay, let him go spill beans on Quinn or let him escort Quinn and they get into it over at Monte Carlo. Something. Okay, I'm going to need something. Okay, or even do a jealous act between Deacon and Dad Eric. Okay, Let them fight or something over Quinn, okay? Let the madness begin, all right? So then we leave that situation. We go to Steph. Steph is going 6,000 miles away from Quinn, and she's pretty much enjoying it. She's endorsing it, and she's saying, can we get somebody to spy on Quinn and make sure she's behaving herself while we gone? Because I don't want her to be tearing up anything. But anyway, we did that. Because Steph, she's going over why did Bill take, because pretty much she's talking to Wyatt at the photo place where they're taking pictures for her promotional shots that she's going to release prior to them going over to Monte Carlo. She's going over the comings and goings on what's going on with Bill. Why is he doing that to Katie? Is he crazy? And then, why don't want to talk about Bill? He don't want to talk about Quinn. He's just like, let's just digress. But he was still taking off for Bill and his actions on how he's putting things down for Katie not being able to see Will because he feels she's a threat and he's agreeing with his dad. I'm like, why? Sit down. Go and have them same seats with Steffi in that auditorium that seats 5,000. And while she's still trying to sit her hour per seat, you need to join her. But you're going to start at first phase, meaning the first seat. I want you to spend 5 hours in that one seat and then you can move to the next. Because that's how far I have gotten over you and your antics between being the barrier or the buffer between you and your mom. I'm sick of it. Writers, take him to another level because he's dead. He's done. He's despicable in my book at this time with how he's treating his mom and how he's putting his wife on a pedestal. Come on. Two wrongs don't make a right. Anyway, move on. Out of that whole scene of events, Wyatt thinks of something questionable, but it would be deemed appropriate. He's asking Steffi to ask her grandfather would he join them in Monte Carlo as being one of the top speakers because just him, her, and Liam are not going to be able to pull it off, not on the facet or level of expectation that his father would have gotten out of if he was there. And he had other attributing guests to come and talk about their, I guess, Fortune 500 companies and this, that, and the other, and prosperity, greed, all that mess that Liam is just not, he's just not really feeling at the time. So Steffi thinks it's a great idea and it ties in with the promotion of him becoming back the CEO, making that announcement, and everybody look like smelling coming up roses. So she's cool with that idea. She told why she don't see why not. They can definitely change his schedule around so he can make that happen. But she tells why she'll talk to him about it because she don't see any problems with him joining them in Monte Carlo. Okay, then we go back. You got Ridge and his dad still talking. They're bringing up Brooke's name, and of course, Eric ain't got nothing against Brooke because that was his wife at one time too. Go figure. So they're just talking about pretty much how Brooke has been there for him. He's been there for Brooke. And, don't be surprised if they pretty much get back together, starting as friends. But, it could lead to something else. He's pushing forward. He loves Brooke. Okay? And then, he has a baby by Brooke, which is Rick. So, okay. What badness is he going to talk about about her? Okay? So then we go to Brooke and Bill. They're talking about Will and Katie. Allison calls Bill to let him know Katie in the building. Katie ready to tear stuff up, set stuff on fire, ready to call the police. She's stopping like the big dogs. And so, Bill said, just go to phase one. I'm like, this is a military strategy now, or to keep and poke Katie out of your building. Have you really lost your mind? I really think your mind is lost. Your feelings are hurt, and then you lost two good women, and you looking like the fool. Is that it, Bill? Could that be it, Bill? Ooh. Oh, okay, I think it is. Ooh, move on. You snooze, you lose. You crapped out. Your poker face didn't work. I can go on and on and on throwing jabs at Bill because right now he's looking pretty much stupid. And then he got this side bedroom thing on the side of his office that he's going to have no use for. Bill, you got played real bad, real hard. And I don't feel sorry for you, Bill. Okay, you bit off too much you could chew. You really did. You had both women several times. And it's just foolish. So, karma is a bitch. That's all I can say, Bill. Moving on. But then Brooke is listening to this whole conversation between him and Allison transpired. And she's like, no, it's not going down like that, Bill. And why can't Katie come up here and have a civil conversation with you about where have you been hiding or kidnapping to her son being held hostage? Okay, where they do that and why? And I never thought you would do something this mindless and empty. Why would you do that, Bill? Why? And I'm still trying to question it myself. But his heart, his ego has been bruised. That's what it is. So this is his way of lashing out. Poor Bill. Anyway, somehow Katie gets up there. She barges in on the two. But she ain't really much worried about them anymore. And I'm like, kudos, Katie. Kudos. Worry about what's really important. Like, where your baby at? But anyway, we go to commercial. We come back from commercial. We have Katie. No, we're not Katie. We have Steffi going over her promo shots, looking at it on the computer and trying to figure out which one she liked. She's now, ooh, okay. No, not that one. I'm like, girl, please go bye-bye with all this stuff. Okay. Then we have Stephanie's telling why she cannot believe her father messed up so bad with the whole mess up with baby Douglas and this, that, and the other. And Wild is chiming in, so he don't know what's wrong with our parents. They try to do so much good, but then they end up getting a bad end of the stick because they can't keep their feelings intact either. They worse as us as the younger generation messing up. So anyway, we move on to from that situation. We got Deacon. He's trying to tell Quinn to back off. Quinn calls Deacon a pessimist. He said, "No, baby, I'm a realist. Okay, you ain't gonna make it with them. Okay, you're gonna get so far. They're gonna let you be in the midst of them for so far, so long, and then they're gonna X you out. You're not part of that crew, honey." So he's still trying to, tell her, "Come on back to who you love. Who you love, come on back to me. I love you and all your psychoticness." But anyway, he feels it's erotic. But the Queen ain't studying him. We go back to Eric and Rich. They're talking nicely about Brooke still. That's a good scene. Then we have Brooke and Bill still fussing about Katie. Katie barges into the office. She said, "Where's my son?" "Okay, I'm about to lose it on your behind. I already called your family. Called Liam," meaning he said other family, his sister and stuff. And of course, they don't have poor Will. She don't talk to Liam. He don't have it. She said, "Okay, then I'll hire a private investigator. I'm gonna find out where you got my baby." And then, pretty much while you trying to call the cops on me, and you got the road dog Allison up here that I want to slap the shit out of. Then you got my sister in front of me, but she doing a little taking up for me, so I'm gonna digress on her for a moment. Okay, guess what? I'm finna call the police myself. But you kidnapped my child. You done kept him from me. I don't know, y'all. Has it been a week for us? But it could have been some months for them. You know what I'm saying? So she said, "That's okay. I'm gonna call the police. You're gonna go to jail, and then they're gonna make you tell me where my son is." Okay. And so Bill just looking all stupid and said, "Okay, you're just going crazy." No, she's pretty much telling you what any woman would tell you, Bill. And that's why you didn't have anything to do with the raising of Wyatt when he was young, nor Liam. Okay. So 'cause look what you're doing. Look at the mess you're setting up for yourself. Will don't deserve that, and Katie definitely don't deserve that. So come on, I'm gonna need you to pull up, okay, Bill? Pull up before it's just too much, okay? And you be in the press with some scandalous stuff, and then nobody's gonna like you. Your revenue is gonna take a dive in your business and all of that good stuff, okay? Anyway, we move on. We go to commercial, we come back. Wyatt goes over to see Quinn, and he's questioning Quinn's motives of sneaking into forced corrections as a Russian IT. You're like, "What the hell, mama? Didn't I tell you to stay out of my life, stay out of Stephanie's life? What are you doing? This stuff you got going on is not right. It's not copacetic. You're draining me." Then he goes on to say, "That's why I'm going out of town, because I can't take you on your antics." And of course, that piques Quinn's fascination. We move on from that scene. We got to come back. Um, and she's telling what's her name, Wyatt. Eric don't not like her. This is definitely we got the problem with at the time, but within time she'll forgive me. And then I'll be right up there with all y'all, because y'all are my family. What the hell y'all talking about? I can't be a part of the family. Y'all crazy. I'm thinking y'all crazy. Okay. Then we move on. Stephanie's telling her dad how Quinn came over posing as a Russian IT guy, and I was so glad they didn't give Ridge the pathway to go in and tell Quinn, because then that would have been bad. Because little did he know his father is smashing her and being with her on down low moments. Okay, so I'm just glad the writers thought about that, not letting Ridge have an input on that situation. And you know. Eric is diplomatically telling Steffi about Queen. He can handle her. Stay out of his business. You know, that's pretty much what he was trying to tell her. And maybe she caught the hint just a little bit because she didn't really talk about the situation anymore. Then we go to Katie. Katie's telling Bill, she, you know, like I said, she had a private investigator, and he's going to be arrested for kidnapping charges. And she just needs to make that phone call unless he want to give up the ghost and bring her son back to her. Brooke is telling Katie she's there on behalf of her. Bill and her are over, and she goes on to apologize and so uncertain terms that she's just sorry. She got into her life. She knows she don't want to hear it right now. She's not believing her right now, but she is going to help her get back what is rightfully hers, which is her son. Okay, and then she turns around from Katie and addressed Bill and said, "You're going to give her son back to her, and you're going to do it today. Today. Or it's going down. It's going down, brother." But then, you know, he kind of looks scared because he never seen this kind of fire that Brooke is taking at him. So he's kind of like, I like this in an erotic sense of way. But does she really think she's going to get me to change my mind? But she might if she come back to me. You know what I'm saying? This kind of stuff I feel he was thinking in his mind. Anyway, we're moving on. We go to commercial. We come back. We're back on Stephen. Steph is asking Eric to come and speak at the Spencer Summit little business, what do you call it? It's not an outreach, but it's like it's a summit, but it's just like where you go in and you meet with other potential business people, or you know, new people coming in thinking they want to be rich and famous and all this. It's kind of like a how-to type seminar, but it's like a off-campus seminar where people can come pay their money and listen to all these wonderful speeches of how you too can become a millionaire or billionaire, whatever. Moving on, it's for profit. um, Rich and Eric entertain the idea. They feel it's good. It's a good venture. And then, you know, excuse me, Steph has said it'd be a great way for him to introduce back to the world that he's CEO again, and he can introduce himself and tell how little or how much he wants of people to know about why he has come back and this, that, and the other. And Rich thinks it's a wonderful idea. He even puns in there and tell him, I can watch the company too, Dad, while you gone. You gotta worry about that. Like, who told you you're gonna be watching the company? It could be Rick. Or maybe y'all can both share the duties. You know what I'm saying? Why not it gotta be about you, Rick? First you were telling Brooke you were gonna reach out and be the kind of stepfather that Rick can look up to. But then, you know, you try to throw a knife in his back all in one slide. I'm like, stop it, Rick. You were looking good to me at one time. Now, side eye you. I'm looking at both sides of you. Like, I'm not looking what I'm seeing. Okay, you ain't learned yet. Okay, anyway, we move from that situation. We have Quinn and Wyatt are fussing. He also tells his mom he's going to Monte Carlo. She wants to know the whole itinerary. Then he messes up and says, well, Eric's going to come too. And she said, oh, really? So again, she's back on her little horse, trying to figure out how she's going to get a part of that situation. So I'm like, it's time for the writers to bring them out as a couple and stop running around and you know, missing this big ass elephant in the room. Just address it and move on, okay? We're all grown adults. Stephanie doesn't have anything, you know. The matriarch is dead. And if he wants to put crazy ass psychopath Queen up in there, then so be it. Stephanie, maybe you need to go out of town or out the country and spend the rest of your life there. Because life is going to go on. And Queen is going to be a part of your life, whether you want it or like it. It doesn't really matter. It's destiny, baby, destiny. So then we move on, go back to Katie and Brooke. They're having a little sister sidebar talk. Bill is trying to be mean to Katie. And Brooke is, you know, tearing into Bill about, you know, trying to say she's an unfit mother and this, that, and that. And she ain't gonna let that happen. Then Bill says he cannot do it. Brooke says, oh yeah, oh yes, you will do it. You are going to call whomever you have secured over Will and tell them to bring their ass down here along with baby Will. And you're going to do that right now, today, period and point blank. And don't question me or say what you ain't going to do again. And she was looking at him like, ooh, death had warmed over. I was like, damn. Now that's what I'm talking about. We had to get that little. Like my other soap opera, we had Chelsea up there trying to slash and poke Victor. Gonna have to little slash and grab too. I just slice them tires, mess up the paint on the cars and all that, and set up by the house, whatever. Make sure ain't nobody in there, of course. Situation Brooke gonna have a bill in if he don't get this situation straight. Okay. Anyway, guys, that was the Bold and the Beautiful that aired for Thursday, July 21st. I enjoyed it. Like I said, if you have a chance to go back and view it, please do. It was exciting. Finally, instead of the other miss we had on Wednesday. Oh my good. Total opposite. Total opposite. Thumbs up, right? It's thumbs up. And I'll be going over my Young and the Restless in a few more minutes. After I think I do my haul. Or I might have to work with my daughter on our dual channel. But either way, I'm going to try to get all of them up before tomorrow morning. So y'all can have that to look up and look out for as well. Okay, y'all. Be blessed and blessings to you and yours. Bye-bye.